Stronger than Hercules, faster than Hermes, beautiful as Aphrodite, and wise as Athena, Princess Diana of Themyscira has always been our perfect Wonder Woman. She has been with us since 1941, and we have loved her in so many ways. However, in the course of DC's publication history, alternate storylines or different multiverses, different versions of Wonder Woman have been presented. In this video, we will tackle all the different characters who became known to have taken the title of Wonder Woman. This list, however, does not include some versions who did not specifically carry the name Wonder Woman, such as the evil Superwoman of the Crime Syndicate from Earth 3 and Wondrous-Man of Earth 11. Let's begin. First one is Artemis. In the story arc The Challenge of Artemis in the second volume of Wonder Woman, published in 1995, Queen Hippolyta began seeing visions of future events after being trapped in the demonic dimension. One of those visions involved the death of Wonder Woman. With no intentions of sharing this vision, she announced a new tournament for the title of Wonder Woman, asserting that Diana has failed in her roles as an emissary of Themyscira. With the use of some magical interventions on Hippolyta's part, Artemis won the tournament in the end and became the new Wonder Woman. Artemis wore Wonder Woman's tiara together with several other magical objects such as the Gauntlet of Atlas, which augmented her physical strength by 10 times, the Sandals of Hermes, which gave her the power of flight and speed, and the Golden Lazo of Truth. Although she did her best to surpass Diana's achievements, her approach to numerous situations were quite more violent. Because of this, the Justice League has given her the cold shoulder. However, she still eventually helped downtrodden factions such as the abused women and immigrant workers. Later, Artemis' overconfidence and violent actions led to her death. Therefore, the vision of Queen Hippolyta came true.
My sword is thirsty, Persephone. I intend she gets her fill.
Second is Queen Hippolyta of Themyscira. After the death of Artemis, the title of Wonder Woman was reverted back to Diana. Artemis' death made Hippolyta demoralized and she went into a self-enforced banishment. She eventually settled in Louisiana where she met Angela, a psychic, who showed visions of Diana in grave danger. Hippolyta went but was too late. Diana died and became the goddess of truth. For her actions, Queen Hippolyta was punished by the gods and made her the new Wonder Woman. Conversely, Hippolyta eventually started to like the freedom and escapades of being a Wonder Woman. While Diana used the Lazo of Truth as her principal armament, Hippolyta preferred a sword and wore a blue skirt instead of a brief. As Wonder Woman, Hippolyta got convoluted in a time travel mission with Jay Garrick and went back to the 1940s. Afterwards, she chose to join the Justice Society of America, stayed in that era for more than 8 years, and had a relationship with Ted Grant, who is also known as Wildcat. When she returned into the present time, she took Diana's place in the Justice League of America as well. In time, Diana gave up her goddess form and resumed her role as Wonder Woman. Still embracing her newfound status, Hippolyta did not want to give up her title as Wonder Woman, leaving two distinctive Wonder Women acting in the same role in the present timeline. Diana was frequently unhappy with her mother's continued role as Wonder Woman, as she felt that the Queen was neglecting her true duties for Themyscira, thus creating a cold mother-daughter conflict. Next is Storm. For this third persona, there was a brief time when two comic giants joined forces to form one universe, and that is called the Amalgam universe. In this universe, Marvel and DC created new heroes that are actual amalgamations of their own superheroes. One of them is the new version of Wonder Woman, also called Amazon, who is basically a merging of Storm from the X-Men and Wonder Woman. This version of Wonder Woman was identified as Princess Aurora of Themyscira. She had all the powers of both Storm and Wonder Woman. Aurora, as a child, was rescued by Queen Hippolyta from nearly drowning. Aurora was raised in Themyscira as a princess by Hippolyta together with her own daughter Diana. Trained as an Amazon, Aurora also exhibited the ability to control the weather, and she learned to focus her powers into a lasso of lightning. Over the years, still in the Amalgam universe, this Wonder Woman would fight for the good cause in man's world and later joining the JLX or the Justice League X-Men. She became the leader of JLX when Aquamariner left. Fourth on our list is Brunhilde. If you were amazed by the white-haired Wonder Woman in Superman Red Son, then you would surely like this Nazi version of Wonder Woman from Earth 10. Her name is Brunhilde, a Valkyrie of the Norse mythology who is a member of the Justice League Axis. Earth 10 is an alternate universe where the German Nazi Party won the Second World War and took over the entire world. With Adolf Hitler as the main leader, the Justice League Axis is appointed as his main operative and superpowered agents. One of the distinguishing characteristics of Earth 10 is that they gather the strongest people and force them to mate in breeding centers. Meanwhile, those with weaker genes are rounded up to be slaughtered in mass genocides. Visa Aziv, also known as Forerunner, a warrior for the Monitors and also a result of the breeding centers, appeared in Earth 10 to enlist superhumans for Monarch's army. Brunhilde assaulted her but was eventually defeated. Together with the others, this Wonder Woman eventually became a recruit for Monarch's army. A more Asgardian look of Brunhilde is presented in the Multiversity series.
You're just another pathetic man, aren't you?
Next is Donna Troy. During the 1 year later DC event in 2006, Donna Troy has taken the mantle of Wonder Woman after Princess Diana walked away from this title. This is because Diana wanted to avoid the controversies that came with previously killing Maxwell Lord as an act of self-defense. Donna Troy was originally created by the Amazon sorceress Megala to become Diana's twin sister and playmate. However, she was then kidnapped by Dark Angel, an enemy of Hippolyta, thinking that she was Diana. She was then possessed in a state of suspended animation until Diana saved her. She then trained with the Amazons and later joined the Teen Titans as Wonder Girl. Donna Troy's short stint as Wonder Woman was filled with many challenges, which includes the likes of Cheetah, Giganta, and Dr. Psycho. These challenges rooted from the villains forcing her to reveal where Diana or where the real Wonder Woman is. Meanwhile, Diana Prince has become an agent for meta-human affairs under Sarge Steel under the advisement of Batman. Later, Circe got hold of the powers of Donna Troy, Wonder Girl, and Diana, and then became the next Wonder Woman. Proceeding right after Donna Troy is Circe. Based on the ancient sorceress of the Greek mythology of the same name, Circe is a red-eyed, violet-haired, powerful, magical, and immortal villain of Wonder Woman. In DC's 1 year later storyline, which commenced in the third series of Wonder Woman comics published in 2006, Circe was divulged to be the source behind the new enhancements to the known villains of Wonder Woman. One of these is when she gave Cheetah the power to change from her cheetah form into her human form, or vice versa, anytime she wants. Circe then took the powers of Diana, Donna Troy, and Wonder Girl with the premise that she is extremely dissatisfied about the way they help women all over the world. She perceived that they prioritize being a superhero instead of being the champion for women. With her transformation, she is shown to have a modified Wonder Woman costume with a dragon-shaped breastplate and a round-shaped sickle as her main weapon. On her first 12 hours as Wonder Woman, she proceeded to liberate over 2,000 victims of women trafficking in 3 continents and killed every man who stood on her way. Circe eventually gave back Diana's powers when Hercules took her as hostage. Then she brought Queen Hippolyta back to life to pursue her real intentions that were told in the ensuing story of Amazon's attack.
Circe! Be careful, she's...
Yeah, I've read the Odyssey.
That it for you?
Next is Maria Mendoza from Stan Lee's Just Imagine Wonder Woman. While DC Comics and Marvel have a decades-old conflict that have been both severe and very friendly on many instances, Stan Lee, the major icon of Marvel characters, did the unconceivable by working with DC on a sequence of loosely associated one-shot stories of famous DC characters through certain reimagined versions. Together with some of the famous artists in comics such as Michael Uslan and Jim Lee, Stan Lee recreated Wonder Woman among others. Stan Lee's Wonder Woman is entirely different. She is chosen by the sun god of the ancient Incan civilization and considered to be the protectress of Earth, and her name is Maria Mendoza. Instead of coming from a Greek heritage, Maria Mendoza comes from a Mesoamerican perspective. Cusco, an ancient city in Peru, was created by Manco Capac through his golden staff. Many centuries later, Armando Guitez plundered the relics, and the only one who stood against him was Maria Mendoza, daughter of the town judge, who was also killed by Guitez. When Guitez got hold of the magical relics and absorbed its demonic powers, Maria also found the golden staff of Manco Capac that transformed her into a Wonder Woman. This seems like Shazam's transformation after holding a magical staff. This Wonder Woman also has an eagle insignia and can transform the golden staff into a golden lasso. Her godlike potential grants her the capability to make her imagination into reality, but she usually utilizes her powers for super strength, flight, and golden energy manipulation. The staff also becomes a bracelet for easy activation of her powers at will. This Wonder Woman also became a member of Just Imagine JLA. The characters created by Stan Lee are still part of the DC Multiverse today in Earth 6.
So just say it? Like, Shazam?
Number 8 is Nubia. Nubia is commonly depicted as the long-lost twin sister of Diana, the second Wonder Woman, and sometimes DC's first black female superhero. She debuted in 1973 as the Wonder Woman of the Floating Island, where she rules a community of men. She has capabilities similar to Diana, and she possesses a magic sword given to her by Mars, god of war, that can counteract Diana's lasso. In the first volume of Wonder Woman, Hippolyta formed two babies from clay. The two babies were brought to life by the gods, but Mars kidnapped baby Nubia and raised her as his way to destroy the Amazons. In post-crisis version, Nubia sports a special enchanted armor with an embossed lion's head on its breastplate. Long before Diana, Nubia won the Tournament of Grace and Wonder and became the representative of Themyscira in guarding the Tartarus Gate to safeguard the outside world. The Gorgons blessed her with a cold sight that can turn mortals into stone like Medusa's power. Using her lion breastplate, Nubia has the capability of traveling back and forth to Hades at will and to other mythological realms. In Injustice 2, Nubia became the new Wonder Woman after Themyscira disowned Diana for her actions during Superman's dictatorial regime. Nine on the list is Bekka. From the animated film in 2015 entitled Justice League Gods and Monsters and a comic series of the same title, Bekka is a new god of apocalypse and a granddaughter of High Father who escaped to Earth after her family demolished Darkseid's forces during her wedding to Orion. In this timeline, High Father was mad with power and tricked Darkseid into a peace treaty by giving his granddaughter Bekka to marry Orion, who is Darkseid's son. But unlike most arranged marriages, Bekka and Orion fell in love. In their wedding, Orion was killed when her family ambushed Darkseid and his forces. With hatred and heartache, she fled Apocalypse and arrived to Earth. Her main weapon is an indestructible black sword that also acts as a mother box that can transport her practically anywhere she wants. This sword was forged by the finest swordsmith in Apocalypse and was given to her by Orion before their wedding.
Trust not the monster High Father, he is mad with power!
Silence!
10th is Orana. Orana was a red-haired, power-hungry Amazon who challenged Princess Diana for the title of Wonder Woman just because she thinks she can do a better job. Because they respect the ancient right placed by the gods of trial by combat, Orana was deemed rightful for the challenge. After a series of backbreaking struggles that ran for 4 days in land, undersea, on air, and in the outer space, Orana transpired as the victor and became the new Wonder Woman. Orana left Paradise Island for New York City but became exasperated by the rejections received from man's world as the new Wonder Woman. Her first major mission was against the terrorist named Warhead. Princess Diana helped her, but despite their combined efforts, Orana was killed by Warhead and Diana became Wonder Woman once more. Although this version of Orana was completely removed after the 1985 to 1986 Crisis on Infinite Earths, it is believed that her character became the basis of another redhead who challenged Diana, whose name is Artemis. Number 11 is Etta Candy. Believe it or not, Etta Candy became the Princess of Power for one day. Commonly known as the best friend of Wonder Woman or secretary of Steve Trevor, Etta is a spirited, vivacious woman who first appeared in Sensation Comics number 2 in 1942. Her father's name is Hard Candy, mother is Sugar Candy, and brother is Mint Candy. In an issue of Wonder Woman in 1985, Etta and Howard were captured by the Cheetah, Silver Swan, and Dr. Psycho. Dr. Psycho was posing as Captain Wonder by means of the ectoplasmic extractor that Cheetah had stolen to give him similar powers with Wonder Woman. Once free, Howard used the ectoplasmic extractor on Etta Candy, thus giving her the powers of Wonder Woman and became Wonder Etta. She then battled Cheetah, Angleman, Captain Wonder, and Silver Swan. In DC Rebirth, Etta Candy continued working with Steve Trevor but has been promoted to Commander Candy.
Principles. I mean, that's how we're going to get the vote. Although, I am not opposed to engaging in a bit of fisticuffs should the occasion arise.
Number 12 is Cassie Sandsmark. Known as the second Wonder Girl, Cassie Sandsmark is a demigoddess daughter of Zeus and Dr. Helena Sandsmark and a member of Young Justice and Teen Titans. Cassie has her own magic lasso that channels Zeus' lightnings when she is angry. In Deceased Dead Planet, Cassie became the new Wonder Woman when Diana was turned into a monster by a corrupted anti-life equation. Together with Damian Wayne and John Kent, they are the new Justice League Trinity in their refugee planet called Earth 2. On a different Earth 2 from New 52, number 13 is Fury. A doppelganger of Donna Troy from Earth 2, Fury is the daughter of Wonder Woman of Earth 2 and new god Steppenwolf. She is the last of the Amazons as they all perished during the Apocalyptian invasion. For a time, she was her father's main enforcer. Fury and Steppenwolf were successful in defeating the World Army, however, Steppenwolf was apparently slaughtered by Brunhilde. Mr. Miracle then convinced Fury to join their forces against Darkseid when she discovered her mother was killed by Steppenwolf for Darkseid. Later, she became queen of the new Amazons, their trainer in the hidden city of the Amazonia, and the new Wonder Woman of Earth 2.
You expect a battle to be fair! A battle will never be fair!
Last but certainly not the least is Cheetah. In a 1978 episode of the TV show Super Friends entitled Secret Origins of the Super Friends, the Legion of Doom under the lead of Lex Luthor discovered the secret origins of Superman, Wonder Woman, and Green Lantern. He proposed for the Legion of Doom to travel back in time and prevent them from going through their origins and eventually eradicating the possibility of the creation of the Justice League. Priscilla Rich, aka the Cheetah from the 1940s era, infiltrated the Amazons and disguised as one of them during the significant tournament that had supposedly launched Princess Diana to become the Wonder Woman. Because of her wonderful acrobatic and fighting skills, she managed to reach the finals to compete with Diana. Here, she used her radar-controlled bracelets instead of the magical bracelets to ensure that the stung ray will ricochet back to Diana. Priscilla Rich won the tournament, obtained the Wonder Woman outfit and lasso, and became Wonder Woman.
Excellent! Cheetah makes a fine Wonder Woman!
And now that I have won the tournament, there won't be any Wonder Woman in the future.
So there you have it, all the characters who managed to become Wonder Woman. Are there any characters we missed? Tell us what you think about this video and hit subscribe.